All right, in this video, we're also going to look at adding and subtracting rational expressions. In this case, we're going to add 2. And what we have here is we already have a common denominator. So then when we simplify this, it's going to go a squared plus 3a plus 2. And the numerator is going to be this one plus this. Remember I said if you have a plus sign, then you don't need parentheses. So it's 5 plus 5a plus 1. And you happen to have common terms here, the 5 and the 1. So this is really going to become 5a plus 6 over. Now the denominator, it looks like it's possible to factor it. All right, we need 2 numbers since it's case 1. It's a trinomial case 1. We need 2 numbers that multiply to 2 and add up to 3. So that's going to be 2 times 1, 2 plus 1. So in case 1, that would be a plus 2, a plus 1. Well, even though we've factored the denominator, it doesn't really help us in simplifying this further. Nothing really cancels. But what it does help us is in getting our excluded values, right? Because this is the original denominator. So the excluded values are going to be a plus 2 equals 0. That means a equals negative 2. And a plus 1 equals 0. That means a equals negative 1. So the excluded values for this problem are negative 2, negative 1. Oops. There we go. Now this problem over here is the same thing. It already has a common denominator. So you know the denominator already. It's 10n squared plus 16n plus 6. And your numerator is addition, right? So it'll be this plus this, no parentheses needed because it's you're adding. And the 5 and the negative 6 are like terms. So this is going to become n minus 1 over. Now it's time to consider whether you can factor the denominator or not. And this is case 2 because we have a leading coefficient. So we need 2 numbers that multiply to 10 times 6, which is 60, and add up to the middle term, which is 16. And I think I know it already. 10 times 6, 10 plus 6. But this is case 2, so we need to expand the middle term. 10n squared plus 10n plus 6n, right? We're using this one and this one right here. Plus 6, right? You keep the first term, you keep the last term, but you break off the middle term into the 2 numbers that you found. And then we factor by grouping. Pick a different color. All right, you're going to take these and these. And we're going to do GCF on each of them. Between the 10n squared and the 10n, we can pull out a 10n. And we'll have n plus 1. And here we can pull out a 6, and we'll have an n plus 1. And voila, the 2 factors are going to be n plus 1 times 10n plus 6. All right, but nothing factors, which is fine. That just means that this is the answer. What this does help us is it helps us in determining what the excluded values are. So the excluded values are going to be, well, what did I just write? 10n plus 6 equals 0, minus 6, minus 6. That's 10n equals negative 6 over 10. N equals minus, what's this, 2 times 3, 2 times 5, minus 3 over 5. And the n plus 1 is easy. When you take n plus 1 and set it equal to 0, n equals negative 1. So the 2 excluded values are negative 1 and negative 3/5. All right, so this is the simplified form, and those are the excluded values.